So hey, here we are, April 4, down at the DC Courthouse, District of Columbia, where they prosecute all of the January 6th defendants. And wow, I made it down today. I had a little hard time, of course, with the parking situations where I tried to get in real close and it didn't work out too well. I had this facing the right way. Oh no, I may not. So I think I go the other way with it. Hello, help me out, Lord. Practice more. It goes like this. Hello. This is my brother's homemade tripod. Y'all ever seen that? Homemade tripod made it to the Capitol, Mark. There's proof right there. See it? There's Capitol right behind it. Homemade, baby. Did I get the Capitol up there? There it is. Tripod Capitol. Wow. Way to go, Mark. Awesome. Awesomer. Y'all see those big wide legs on that? Hold signs and everything. So I put it like this. And hopefully it works. Or it keeps working. So I'm in front of the J6 Courthouse right here. See if that's still running here. On April 20th. Spending a lot of time here in the morning. Got here late this morning, but I assure you I'll be here at least 2 hours. If not today, I plan on doing 3, 4, 5 hours. So let's take a look, see if we're clicking here. You know, we got, I don't know exactly what's going on in court today, but we got the media here already, nice and early. Out here in front, where they usually don't come, they usually go down there and get inside those rails around the front door. There's a bunch more media here today, I noticed. That's cool. So I'm gonna hold the sign and the flag here at the courthouse. And I'll show you the section I go right there. Can you get a good shot of that? This guy didn't want me over there. Go figure. We're all going right there. That's good enough. Can't be blocking the sidewalks with these police. Otherwise they'll get all upset. Let's see the reaction of some of the people here to the flag and the J6 sign and other signs I plan to hold up out here. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, he finally left. That's pretty cool. He finally left. See him? Goodbye. Goodbye, media. He was out here waiting in front for somebody. Can't block. Whoops. Can't block this light out here. My tripod's so wide. I can't block this intersection, but I'm going to go out a little farther. I'm kind of semi-new at this. I wanted to do longer videos, kind of like live, and then maybe sometimes I'll load it up the same day, or you know, and such. But you got the Capitol all in there? Not even a little bit. Well, y'all get to see the panorama here. I'm going counterclockwise. William B. Bryan Annex, 333 Constitution Avenue, Northwest, United States Courts of District of Columbia Circuit. Entrance on 3rd Street, Northwest. This is in the very front. And I gotta quit hitting that light above me. Can't break any rules or any lights. That gets people upset. There's the Capitol right in front of us. Those are Capitol grounds across the street. Capitol Police all around here. And so here we go. Here's kind of what it looks like. So you know, it's mostly a quiet time, but I assure you, action happens. The camera helps. It's not as much action. When they see me alone and no camera on me, a lot more action. Negative and a little more positive. Some of the positive people don't want to come over and be on film either. I know the security doesn't. So whether I have this camera on or not, here at the Capitol, out here on Constitution and Independence, where they meet in Pennsylvania, right over there. All of them kind of meet right here. I'll get out here by the garbage can where nobody wants to walk because they won't clean it up. Don't get me started. You see the Capitol? We're just gonna keep this running as long as we can, so y'all can get a longer version of. Hello. I don't know what this is like. So, TikTok. Like I said, 2 minimum hours out here. That's my minimum, unless something else is really big time going on. And other people join in a little here and there, or I just get more used to it. Able to handle the parking for 4, 5, 6 hours. I may start doing those kind of time periods. Give people opportunity to get here between, let's say, 10 a.m. and 1 or 2 o'clock. Work it for a while. Couple weeks, couple months, who knows? Say the Constitution sign is critical for me. I could have a lot of signs out here, but critical. This is critical for J6. I have that out here all the time. Somebody wants information, I just give them that to take a picture of, or video, and they got all the sites they want, and they can find more. Got to get Cowboy Logic on there and some others. Gateway Pundit, they're not on there? Anyway, I'm going to get a better thorough sign of information so people can look because they can't find it on the mass media, obviously. CNN is not accurately reporting this. MSNBC, of course, not. So you got to get it from the people. And that's why we need to circulate these and all the information on J6 so people can get both sides of the story. Both sides. Y'all getting that? Both sides of the story, at least, and all sides. I mean, my God, I tell people out here all the time, more and more. You know, they come in with some attitude, half of them, more of them. Probably haven't had some attitude yet. But anyway, one of my main lines to them, phrases to them is, you know, I hear the testimonies from the prisoners inside the D.C. gulag, D.C. confinement place. And it's just horrible what we're hearing. Horrible. Just the treatment alone of our J6 prisoners and many prisoners in America is deplorable. That's why we're standing out.
Picture, young man?
Yes, no doubt. God bless you.
Hey, yeah, we'll turn out the sun.
Anything you want? You want that side? I'm here for January 6th.
Thank you, sir.
God bless. Thank you. A lot of pictures, a lot of videos. That's part of it, of standing out in the streets every day. I've been doing this kind of thing for 20 years. I'm so used to videos on me, way before live feed. I've had more security and police videos on me than I can count the hours. Got to get some of that good white tape. Signs up. Wind swirls around here. I'm basically set up over the garbage can that they haven't emptied forever. And garbage is all over the ground, and so it's the best place because it's a place where people won't walk and get offended because I have signs and a tripod out. Do you see the hundreds of children over there, kids, school kids? I'll pan over there. Hundreds of them. Well, that's through DC every day, and I'm glad to see it, that schools are bringing their kids here. I just hope they're showing them what America's, the good things about America and patriotism. I actually talk to a lot of them, but I don't get it on video because, and I don't put them on video because it's really not allowed, which is fine. But I talk to a lot of the teachers and the children, depending on their ages. Like that age group, I would start talking about the Constitution with them. Me personally, and anybody should be. Deeply. The Constitution and everything about it. The Declaration of Independence and everything about it. It's not stressed enough in our public schools. Not stressed enough in our public schools. Our Constitution and our freedom. Comes somebody with attitude about this subject. An older gentleman, see what he says. God bless you, young man.
It's interesting. Fox News, a $787.5 billion settlement. $1 million. I'm sorry.
Wow. I should have filmed that. But he was like tripped out Democrat, man. Old man just tripped out. Couldn't speak clear communicative English. He's still shouting over there. I mean, he's not shouting, he's gibberishing. It was really sad to see. That was an 85, 90-year-old man who was totally indoctrinated. And totally indoctrinated. Let's just keep it there, right? Into the far left point of view. Sickening. How did so many old folks fall prey to this? How did so many old folks fall prey so long and so much to the tyranny and the extreme socialism that's going on in our country right now? How did so many older folks fall away? Did their kids, lately it's been hitting me, it's from their kids and their grandkids saying, oh Dad, transvestites are okay, let's go watch a drag show, it's no big deal. Oh, sex and violence all over the TV and the Game Boy games, it's no big deal. Come on Dad, come on Mom, come on grandparents, mellow out. And our morality and just basic fabrics of our society got collapsed because the young people, teens, 20, 30, 40-year-olds, are so indoctrinated so long, they've actually put their extreme indoctrination onto their own parents and grandparents and onto their own children. God help America and the planet Earth. God help America and the planet Earth. God help freedom, liberty, and justice for all survive on planet Earth. And it will only survive to any degree that is mentionable if America survives and our freedom. We all, across the board, in all the ways we can, me too, we need to stand for our freedom, our liberty, and our justice for all, while we still can. Some of you have heard me on the megaphone, maybe wondering why I'm not sort of getting it out right now, going for it. Look, I'm trying to do a longer stay here. I don't want to go there right now for various reasons, but certainly I will be on the megaphone, most likely on this corner and several other mini corners in Washington, D.C. in these weeks and/or months that are ahead. Hopefully, God Almighty willing. I think I got some security walking over. I'm going to turn the camera on him, make sure it's running. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, nice. 17 minutes. God bless you, man. You walked on by. Walked on by. Walked on by. So it's beautiful weather out here. It's not too hot, not too cold. Gotta love it. Got shorts on. Not too humid yet. Thank God. Weather counts. Somewhat. You gotta get used to the heat, that's for sure. In more ways than one. But so on this nice tripod from my brother, I get to set like 2 to 3 signs like around it. And it kind of, all I gotta do is get a little tape and I'll have 3 signs around the tripod. Just keep moving in bigger and better ways to sort of do things like this when you do it all the time. But parking, wow. In DC or any big city, in downtown areas, DC for sure, parking, wow. It's an experience every day, parking. But I'm managing. I'm paying a lot more lately, but I'm managing. I pay parking like 2 to 3 times a day now because they're tracking me so much. Normally I have this sign. I'll show you how I do this. On the other side, like this. The key in sign holding is you really want to try, one of the many keys, you really want to try not to hold your signs upside down too long. I've done it before. It's very embarrassing. I held this one upside down the other day. No, it was Save the Constitution sign. I held it upside down in front of a bunch of anarchists. They were laughing. But yeah, don't hold your sign upside down. It doesn't look, it's not a good look. So, both sides, critical on a good sign. I get these real light board signs, the white ones, and then just get a poster, white glossy poster, and tape it on there and do a sign. But these nice size signs are very light. I have two here, they're very light. I've made a lot of signs through the years, but these are awesome light signs. Also, when you, hey man, good to see you again.
Got you.
God bless. So when you tape them together, make them two-sided, especially when you stand in this kind of situation, so pointing it towards the main traffic. The other side is seeable too by anybody that's walking by. So you've got two-sided signs. Very important on an intersection that's rounded off like this. Really, any intersection, get two-sided signs. And then when people show interest, I should have done it with the last guy that videoed if he wanted to shoot it. Yesterday I had 4 or 5 people shoot the sign with all the info on it. They were going to ask me questions about it, and I just referred it to the sign. They were all over it. So get the information out about the people that have the information. My channel does Freedom for USA. There's nothing wrong with people sharing that now, I hope. One of the main subjects I talk about and show on a weekly basis right now is the January 6th situation. Both out here at the courthouse every day, a lot of days, and a good portion of my time, hopefully, at the nighttime vigil for the January 6 prisoners every night. Mickey and Nicole and David Valentine, Sherry, Roger, Lori B, Rebecca, Dwight, who am I missing? Gary, Tommy, Mike. Just a real strong, dependable group that shows up nightly and sets up for like over 260 days now. Every single night, seven nights a week. You can tune in to some live feeds from. They get started around 6:30 p.m. and they go till about around 9:30 p.m. They sing the national anthem with the prisoners every night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I know that's tough back west, but I'm sorry, it's better back west. You're not up as late. Time frames. A lot of time frames going on. A lot of time frames going on. So somebody was asking me yesterday, Loie, a friend, a good friend, she was asking me about, or today, this morning, about how many cases are going on today or what's happening today. I'm not actually sure. I don't get as versed on these as much as I should because I'm doing several things. But I certainly stand for this situation, obviously. I know their story. I was a J6er on the scaffolding. It's common knowledge, no big deal, but I understand that I walked right up there, just chatty. I didn't even have to climb, just went right up some steps, right up to it. Just like a lot of people into the Capitol, we walked right in. So, I'm proud to have been there January 6th with millions of other awesome patriots. Millions. They got very little credit because we had some instigators and we had no protection that Trump asked for. The Democrats forget to mention all that in their sham trial. They forgot to mention so many things. They forgot or conveniently left out thousands of hours of videos of people being escorted around the Capitol by Capitol Police and such. They could have easily locked that whole place down within a few minutes. And Trump would have done it if Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and all those sick souls, they would have done their job and protected the Capitol. But instead, they let a bunch of instigators, up to 40 now, get in there and rout up a few rowdies. You got millions of people, you're going to have a few rowdies. Hello? Ah, shoot. So yeah, out of millions of people, you're going to have a few rowdies. And so you had, young people mostly that get out of hand and act crazy. And how many of those young people were BLM, Antifa, and then you had the FBI instigators, up to 40 of them at least. And then where was BLM and Antifa protests? Nowhere to be found because they were all faking like they were Trump supporters, so they could go in and raise hell. They're the ones who got this all going. And then they instigated a bunch of young people that were too vigorous. But I assure you, millions of people, 99.9999999% and more of the people present did break no laws, did no violence, pushed over no thing, broke no windows, pushed over no rails. The cops were out there, Capitol Police. I'm sure they're outnumbered because y'all didn't get help. Because Nancy Pelosi and the whole leadership there let you down. Trump asked for 20,000 National Guard to be put to circle that Capitol. That impeachment never would have happened with 20,000 guys around the Capitol. Never. I proudly stand out here for J6ers, for the prisoners, for the situation, for the detainment, illegal many of the times, highly inappropriate detainment, picking them up, bringing them out here, putting them through trials, so much of sham, Washington, D.C., one-sided trials going on here. Just shameful for a District of Columbia court to be such a sham, such a shame. But how on earth can such a high percentage, hardly any of these defendants, not one of the major charges dropped, or they win the case? How come none of them have won? Because it's slanted here. First of all, it's not a jury of their peers. That's in the Constitution. These people are not their peers. The brother yesterday, Chris, his dear wife, his dear mate, they need to have a fair trial. And he even thought he was getting a fairly fair trial compared to everybody else. That he got a constitutional attorney that was treating him fairly well, and the judge, he said, treated him fairly well. But most of them don't get that. And I don't know what happened to his 9 charges, because they were out in deliberation. I'm sure I'll find out. But I don't know. There's been over 1,000 now run through this building. I don't know too many of them. But I do know what went down was wrong, and what's going down is highly wrong. And the American people need to know this. They need to at least hear this side of the story, instead of like the mainstream media giving us one-sided information. And even that one-sided information is suspect most of the time. Sorry, CNN, you suck. The label for you, Communist News Network, works real well. MSNBC, you're on another planet, man. I gotta get down to those channels and talk to those people. God help a country that mistreats their prisoners across the board in America. Trump was getting a hold of that situation and helping that out more than any president and administration in known history, as far as I'm concerned. But this Biden people, they could care less for the prisons or the prisoners in America. Just like they could care less for the southern border prisoners that they create, like millions coming into this country without identification. My God, that's creating a prisoner in America. That's not cool. We need to stop this onslaught. They need to stop coming. They're now rushing our border again because of Title 42 in May. Next month is going to probably go down, and then we're going to have just millions thinking it's a free pastime to just bum rush the border like they've been doing. These people are sick. Our justice system's very, very sick, from the basic community, city, state, and federal justice systems. Department of Justice, Merrick Garland, sick as it gets. Christopher Wray, FBI, sick as it gets. Alejandro, Homeland Security, oh my God. You should quit. Be impeached immediately. Got a bunch of leaders, you guys, that just don't care. They got another agenda. It's called control of America and its people. It's called globalism, communism, Marxism, extreme socialism 101, right into Marxism, communism, globalism. So they're taking you down the yellow brick road to slavery for our kids and our grandkids. Democrats, Republicans, independents, liberals, leftists, rightists, and everybody in between in America is being taken down by an evil, corrupt, gone amok federal, state, and many local governments, school boards and such. Because we allowed our society and our children for the last 40, 50, 60 years to be indoctrinated more than in the history of humanity. Indoctrination on a free people from an evil people that want to control you. They don't want you to be free. I can't hear you. Speak up. Speak up. I can't hear you. Speak up. Why don't you come over here? Speak up. Come over and stand with us. Come stand for America. It's important that you stand for your country before you lose it. You're a Democrat or Republican. United we stand, divided we fall, bonehead. Democrats, most of them are all about division. Division, division, division. Divide and conquer, that's their game. Ain't gonna play it on me. I don't do your division and conquering. You don't conquer the American people. That's right, girl. That's right. That's the way y'all talk. Silly language nobody can understand. She came by and went, butter, 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 butter. They can't even talk clear language. You Democrats are so full of yourselves. Makes the American people want to vomit. It's the truth. Rhino Republicans, so full of themselves. Make us want to double vomit. Sellouts. Sellout justice system. Bunch of sellouts. Sold out your country to the highest bidder. Sold out your country in the election. Sold out your country. Sold it out. Just gave her away. But we all got a pretty day now. So that's sweet. That's good. That's sweet. There's tons of Democrats in here, obviously working here. Most of them are Democrats. What hardcore Republican would want to stay here unless they were had a job they couldn't resist. But even then, 70-80% of the workers here are Democrat, leftist leaning. And then unfortunately, because of Biden and that group and the administration that's in right now, large portion of the tourists are Democrats, are hardcore leftists or leftists. Even the ones from the only ones a lot of times that lean our way are the ones from other countries. But I'd say 20 to 30% at least right now at this time, because I'm here out on the streets every day, one way or another. I'd say 20, maybe 30% on a good day. 3 out of 10 would be conservative to, a patriot. But that's just the odds in D.C. That's why the justice system, one of the reasons why the justice system here is so corrupt. They constantly lean Democrat, even when a Republican administration is in, like Trump. They kept in most of the Democrats. We need 16 years to get them out. We need 2 presidents in a row that can get them out, weed them out. Because they're deep-rooted weeds now, folks. Deep-rooted weeds. Deep-rooted weeds. I'm gonna get a suntan out here pretty soon. So this sign, free J6ers, it bothers a lot of the locals. So standing out here in one of their main streets and main intersections, just the locals themselves are getting a little like, who the heck is this guy? Who does he think he is? I had somebody say the other day, well, there's old men like you all around this city doing what you're doing. I went, really? I walk around here every day. I don't see another one, except one faking to be me. There's a fake me out there, an anarchist that dresses up like me. He wears a MAGA hat and carries a USA flag. And he looks like me. He's gonna get messed up when I shave my beard. That's all that thumbs up. That's all that thumbs up. People are pretty deaf, dumb, and blind overall. Whatever persuasion. A lot of people just checked out. We got to keep praying to God and standing for the fact that more are awakening, even amongst their own homes and their own cars, in their own bedrooms, in their own living rooms, kitchens. And when the time comes, when the time comes, I believe, I got to, that people will arise in America like never before, not in our history, since World War II, and stand for America, our freedom, our liberty, and our justice for all. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. One nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. With liberty, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I tell you what, I've never seen so many Democrats and others, but Democrats in particular, that walk by this sign and they just talk to themselves. It just drives them to talking to themselves. They can't talk to me, most of them. They're scared to. Never done it. God forbid. They're talking. A lot of my signs do that though. They're talking to themselves, throwing their hands up, cussing to themselves. They'll cuss at me or holler at me or thumbs me down after they cross the road. Scaredy cats. Liar, liar, liar. Little pants on fire. You know, I suspect the anarchists will be showing up more I show up here, and longer I show up. I'll probably only show up more just during the day, during the week. And not as much at this location on the weekend, because that's when they're out and about. Mostly, because they actually work, most of them. But I'm sure I'll be visited by them more and more, one or two at a time. So I got to be ready for that. Oh, this might be one right here. I don't know. Oh, I guess. We'll see. All right. Well, it's been fun. It's almost like doing live, right? It's been a lot of fun. 42 minutes. Wow. That's crazy. Let's get the Capitol on there and sign off. I'm amazed that I got 42 minutes on there. I don't know how I'm going to load that up, but we'll see. God bless you, man. Black guy, black brother, gave me the thumbs up. Pretty much. He wanted to say something, but he saw the camera. Hard to say what people are going to say until they say it. So that's what it's like for 45 minutes. It's, you know, a lot of people think this kind of stuff is a lot of action and glory and all that. Well, there's not much glory in it when you got the odds that we have in this town. I mean, it's not a lot of praise. People in my town, they'll come by and honk. Hey, Steve, love you, Steve. Give you some love, you know, some honks and some fun. But this camera helps a lot with me not getting cussed out. Yesterday, I got cussed out like 5 times the first 2 hours. From the road and from people walking by. They see the camera, it scares them a little. But I'm sure if I had live feed, you'd catch a little action, because it happens sooner or later. Some people come by, they don't care if there's a camera on them or not. Sometimes that's why I don't bring the tripod and the camera, because I think they'll knock it over or throw it down on the ground. But sooner or later you get a crazy tourist pulls over and goes, "You can't be out here on this sidewalk doing that." They want to push you and your sign off the sidewalk or something. Yes, I've gotten that plenty of times, several times. The old people, older folks just walk by like zombies, like a lot of the young. Scary, scary, scary. One of the scariest elements to me is old folks across America and the world not engaged in their freedom, not engaged in their Constitution and their rights. Pretty scary. We know we've lost a lot of the young, at least for a while longer. so they can break the severe brainwash on them. But man, I don't know. It's just over and over. I see it every day. I understand the young walking by totally like duh. But the old folks, my age and above, 50, 60, 70, 80-year-olds, oh my God. Brain dead, something going on. Took the shot too much, whatever. Eating the wrong food, they're messing with you. God help America. God help us all. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, our trespasses, our sins, as we shall forgive those who debt, trespass, and sin against us. And Lord God Almighty, lead us not into temptation, but please deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever. In Jesus' name. Jesus' name. Help us, Father. Help the movement for America. Help the people in the movement for freedom, for America. Help us all to unite, because we know for sure united we stand, divided we fall. Help America to come under that understanding more. United we stand, divided we fall. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Love y'all. Amen.